Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Jagger, creator of a device called the Spine Specialist, which is the world's first and only robotic laser-enhanced spinal decompression system. I'm here to debunk a couple popular myths with respect to decompression. Now, to preface this, there are a lot of great pieces of equipment out there. And when I define a great piece of equipment, it's a piece of equipment that can help patients heal. And a lot of this stuff, it does help patients heal. It helps a lot of patients get out of a desperate situation where they're in chronic pain for disc herniations, spinal degeneration, all those type of things. So if a system helps people, it's never a bad thing. However, I do find myself at times answering questions that are based on other companies' marketing principles. Now, if that's what it takes for them to explain what it is that they're doing, that's fine. However, there are some misconceptions with respect to a term called true spinal decompression. Now, I'll get doctors, I'll get patients sometimes say to me, well, hey, your machine isn't true spinal decompression. No, it's not. It's actually true spinal decompression is a term defined by a couple different companies as a marketing moniker. Fine, it's great, that's their term. That doesn't mean that it's the only system that provides decompression to a spine. And it provides decompression to a spine in a way that they've designed and a way that they've been able to market it, which is fine. I do things different. And you know what? Different is sometimes exactly what the patient needs. So, I also get asked if I think my system's better. Well, if I didn't think my system was better, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't devote my life to actually building them, because if it's not better, it's just, if it's the same, then, what's the point? What's the point of competing as the same? What's the point of a tie? There's no point in a tie when you can get a win. So yes, in a lot of cases, for a lot of patients, my system is proven to be better for a patient. And that's not to say that other devices don't work, but mine works in a different way, and I'm going to explain it to you a little bit more here. So there are two types of pull that true spinal decompression tends to hang its hat on. One is angle of pull, and they call algorithmic pull patterns. So these pull patterns are just different ways that the computer is arranged to help pull the spine. And again, very effective in a lot of cases. There's a lot of research behind it that says it does work for a lot of patients. So that's a positive. That's great. If it helps a patient, it's worthwhile. However, one of the ways it pulls is with a vibration. Now, the concept is very similar to one of these things, impact wrench. Impact wrench is, you'll hear it with cars. When they try to take the wheels off the car, you hear a do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a vibration. It's a vibration that helps ease a bolt into turning. The bolt's stuck via, from corrosion, rust, just doesn't want to come off. So what it is actually exactly like chiropractic for the chiropractors watching. It is a low amplitude, high velocity thrust. This piece here turns like that, pushing it with low amplitude, high velocity to get that bolt to turn. Just like we use a high velocity, low amplitude thrust to get the spine to start moving again. Impact wrench is exactly the same thing. So that one pull tries to use that type of activity on a spine. What happens with it though, in my experience, is that you're pulling on a strap, which is now attached to a patient who has, if they're like me, you got a little cushion there, right? So you're trying to pull through the cushion, you're trying to have that translation of the vibration go through all that tissue. A good analogy I can use for that is, well, this here isn't a bolt, but it's like the end of a bolt. This is a socket for the impact wrench. If you put the two together and you vibrate this socket, you can hear that the metal pieces are in good contact. When you vibrate them, it will start to turn, because the translation of the vibration from this impact wrench gun end to the socket to the bolt is being translated straight through metal surfaces. So, if you take another surface that has some padding, like I have a little padding. And if I had a strap around me, got a little tape, plastic around here. Now, see what's happening with that. That force is translated through the soft material. It's not going to do anything to actually influence the turning of this bolt. That vibration is not going to be translated because it's going to be absorbed by the soft tissue. So, although these devices do provide some relief, the vibration force isn't as effective many inches down through soft tissue into the disc as some of the marketing would like you to believe. So that's the physical explanation of that part. The second part of true spinal decompression is a situation where they say these vibrational pulls can affect a tissue in a certain spot. So I'm targeting this one spot here where this black tape is. I can vibrate that. It's never going to actually focus the pull here. It's going to focus the pull between the attachment points, full on the rope. What if I change the angle? Does that change where the pull is? No. I can change the angle this way. I can pull this spinning bike right across the room. It's not going to change where the force points are on this rope. So my thought is, why don't I use a laser to soften and relax a certain specific spot? What will that do? Well, let's see. Fire. Soften, relax, soften, relax, soften, relax. Pull at the same time. Start the fire again. Soften and relax. Pull at the same time. Oh, look what's happening. Now that doesn't happen with the spine, but it did stretch and start to lengthen out the area that was heated and treated. Now the laser also increases soft tissue healing, but it specifically relaxes a spot of the spine when it's targeted directly at whatever the disc injury area is. That right there is robotic laser enhanced spinal decompression. That is what the term is. That is what I've defined. That is what we do with the spine specialist. So it is not true spinal decompression, but it is highly effective robotic laser enhanced targeted spinal decompression, unlike anything else on the planet can do. And this rope analogy just showed you exactly why. Thanks for watching.